20 doctors, a private hospital, machines humming, monitors beeping, millions poured into treatments. And still, a billionaire lay dying. Every specialist had been flown in, cardiologists, neurologists, surgeons, men and women with reputations carved in stone. But none of them had answers. His pulse weakened. His breath faltered. His empire prepared for life without him. And then, just as the family braced for the worst, a quiet voice cut through the noise. It wasn't a doctor. It wasn't a nurse, it was the black housekeeper, someone no one noticed. She saw what 20 experts had missed. And her discovery changed everything. But why had no one listened before? The billionaire had everything the world could offer: private jets, sprawling estates, power that could bend governments. But wealth can't stop the frailty of flesh. One morning, he collapsed in his mansion, clutching his chest, trembling as though his empire had turned against him. Within minutes, a private ambulance rushed him to a hospital wing built with his own donations. Doctors swarmed, their coats crisp, their voices filled with authority. His family hovered in fear, clinging to polished medical jargon they barely understood. Tests, scans, needles, drugs. Yet as hours blurred into days, his condition spiraled. His body failed in ways science couldn't explain. The experts kept trying: experimental drugs, new procedures, endless consultations. But nothing worked, and in the background moved Marcia, the housekeeper. Black, middle-aged, invisible to most. To the world, she was there only to tidy sheets and mop the floor. But she noticed things others missed. The billionaire's breathing faltered when a certain medicine was given. His lips turned blue after a nutritional supplement. His skin erupted in rashes. She remembered dinners where he avoided certain dishes. She remembered the time his face flushed after dessert. And deep inside, her memory whispered a word the doctors hadn't uttered: allergy. But would anyone in that room of experts ever take her seriously? Marcia's days stretched long, weaving between machines and white coats. She overheard the arguments, saw the panic hidden behind professional masks. But through it all, arrogance thickened the air. The doctors debated the lab results and numbers, but no one looked more closely. Marcia kept her own notes. Each time a pill or supplement was given, she watched. Each time a rash appeared or his lips darkened, she recorded the time. Her certainty grew. The treatments weren't curing him. They were killing him. She thought of her nephew who once collapsed after eating peanut oil at school. The same hives, the same blue lips. She had seen it before, but when she gently mentioned it to a nurse, the nurse waved her away. "Stay in your place." Her fear deepened. The billionaire's condition worsened so fast that whispers of his will echoed through the halls. His empire was already being divided while he still breathed. Then came the breaking point. Marcia entered the room with linens and froze, his body convulsed, monitors shrieking. Doctors shouted orders, fumbling with machines. His family screamed. In that moment, she couldn't stay silent. She pushed forward, dropping the linens, and shouted, "Stop the medicine! Stop the food! He's allergic. It's poisoning him." The room went still. Some scoffed. Others sneered. The head doctor's jaw tightened in fury. But one junior physician hesitated, flipping through the chart. His face paled. Another checked the ingredient label, and suddenly, the arrogance cracked. Would they listen, or let pride finish what ignorance had begun? For one agonizing moment, the room held its breath. Then, reluctantly, orders snapped out. The drugs were stopped. The supplements pulled away. Antihistamines and epinephrine rushed in. Monitors spiked, wild, chaotic, then steadied. Color crept back into the billionaire's face. His breathing eased. The man who had hovered at death's edge was pulled back, not by 20 doctors, but by the housekeeper everyone had ignored. Silence swallowed the room. His family wept, clutching Marcia's hands. And the doctors? Their faces flushed with shame. Their charts, their degrees, their egos, undone by the overlooked wisdom of a woman they dismissed. Reporters outside, preparing his obituary, now scrambled to capture a different story. A billionaire saved not by wealth, but by the housekeeper he never thought to value. The billionaire opened his eyes, weak but alive. For the first time, he truly saw Marcia. When the dust settled, The story exploded worldwide. Headlines screamed, "Housekeeper saves billionaire after doctors fail." Television shows dissected it. Commentators debated it. The public marveled at the irony. A man with every resource on earth was saved not by riches, but by the voice no one respected. The billionaire offered her wealth, mansions, a lifetime salary, anything. But Marcia asked for something far simpler: respect. Not just for herself, but for every invisible worker, every voice silenced by arrogance. She reminded the world of a truth. Intelligence isn't bound to titles, uniforms, or paychecks. Sometimes the overlooked see what the powerful refuse to see. The doctors scrambled to excuse themselves, but the damage was done. Pride had nearly killed a man. Humility had saved him. The billionaire changed. Slowly but deeply. He listened more. He looked at the janitors, the servers, the drivers, people who had always blended into the background of his empire. Marcia returned to her work by choice, not by obligation. Her story wasn't about riches. It was about dignity and reminding the world that overlooked voices can carry truths that save lives. At night, she sat quietly, thinking of her nephew, thinking of how close this man had come to dying the same way. And one haunting question lingered. How many lives are lost every single day, simply because no one listens to those the world calls invisible?